The Netflix original series Virgin River, based on Robin Carr's love books, has been adapted for the small screen. Mel Monroe, Alexandra Breckenridge, is the main character. The plot chronicles her journey across Los Angeles. There are several incidents on her quest that generate loops and mysteries in the tales. So, how much do we know about the unresolved mysteries of the show? Keep an eye out for the unveiling of some of the show's secrets in the near future. Well, Alexandra Breckenridge has recently forewarned fans about a character from Season 5. When the show returns, Breckenridge has warned viewers that a menacing new character will be arriving in town to change things up. In Season 4, we met Melissa, Barbara Pollard, the sister of local favorite Nick, Keith McKechnie, and Joellen, her sister-in-law, Gwyneth Walsh. As we all know, Jack and Nick have chosen to start a glamping company together, but Melissa has the family's trust. We also know that she's linked to drug lord Calvin, David Cubitt, and that she anonymously funded Brady's, Ben Hollingsworth, bail. The involvement of Nick and Melissa in this glamping company may or not be an issue for Jack, Breckenridge told TV Line. I'm not sure what her purpose is yet, but she has bad intentions. I'm not sure whether Nick is unaware of Melissa's actions or if he is aware of them. He seems to be a wonderful person. I don't believe his wife knows what's going on. She'd undoubtedly told the whole town by now. Next up, what does Patrick have to say about the cliffhanger in the upcoming season of Virgin River? When asked about the impact of Season 5's astonishing ending, new showrunner Patrick Sean Smith commented, "I was gasping when I reached to that climax. What precisely do you aim to achieve? What should we do next? We need your help. Could you please provide me with further information? The twins' importance to Jack and Charmaine's long-term influence on him will be studied." Mel's performer, Alexandra Breckenridge, hinted at the extent of the surprise last month, saying, "Being fooled on such a large scale justifies rage and pain." The statement perfectly captured the shock's undercurrents. He put forth a lot of time, effort, and money to make these small animals. He was just concerned with his task and gave it his best. In my opinion, Jack will have a terrible time getting over it. Breckenridge reveals that she picked Jack to be Mel's father in the first place and that he benefited from the circumstance. "I had that precise curve in mind," Jack explains. "That youngster reminded me like Mark's child, and I couldn't escape the feeling that it was his. For the reasons stated above, I feel Charmaine and Jack should not have children. Despite the fact that it wasn't in the original plan, I had to wait until the very end of the season to get what I wanted. They must have wanted to send them the opposite direction. You people are mad, I thought as I looked about. When did Charmaine have her children? And who is the father? Nobody knows what will happen next, but whatever happens will create a new problem." Moving on, production of Season 5 of Virgin River has officially commenced. While fans are celebrating the release of Virgin River Season 4, the acclaimed Netflix drama is already looking forward. The 5th season of the series has begun production in Vancouver after a brief hiatus. According to What's on Netflix, production started on July 1st, 2022. The season will reportedly take roughly 5 months to shoot and will conclude on November 30th, 2022. This implies that it will follow nearly exactly the same time frame as Season 4 and will most likely premiere in July of 2023. Next up, Season 5 of Virgin River might have a significant time leap. Virgin River often just has a week or two between seasons. Although the series is nearing its 5th season, just a few months have elapsed in the story's history. In Virgin River, things move slowly, Breckenridge told Glamour. "I believe Mel has only been in Virgin River for about 4 months, Breckenridge speculates. "There's a chart for that. It's 100 and some odd days. She's just 9 weeks pregnant, and Charmaine is allegedly 5 months. However, since viewers will most likely want to witness the birth of Jack and Mel's baby girl as soon as possible and learn who the birth father of Charmaine's pregnant twins is, there will most likely be a significant time leap. After all, Charmaine has been pregnant for millennia, and no one wants to repeat the experience for Mel." Following that, fans discovered a hint concerning Charmaine's destiny for Virgin River Season 5. Season 5 of Virgin River has already been greenlit. However, Charmaine's plot seems to be wrapping up in Season 4. Hammersley captioned a photo on her Instagram page. "New series. So does that imply you're not returning to VR for Season 5, which begins shooting next week?" one fan inquired. "Congratulations," said another. "Is there no more Virgin River?" Hammersley remained silent and did not answer. Sue Tenney, the showrunner of Virgin River, had some fascinating things to say regarding Charmaine's destiny. "Charmaine is such a beautifully complicated and sympathetic character," she said in an interview with Entertainment Weekly. "Everyone has loved someone who did not return their love. She'll always be in love with Jack, but she's doing all she can to move on. She is eventually married. We have a very significant surprise for her coming up next season, and if we have a Season 4, it will blow everyone one away. Next up, is Preacher finally allowed to enjoy his life? It's possible that Preacher will be able to relax and enjoy life after what happened in the season finale with Vince, when he wasn't always afraid for his safety. Of course, before Preacher can go on with his life, he must first address a number of unanswered issues and worries. Smith extols Preacher's character, saying, "I admire his character so much because he's so unique on television. There aren't many men with such a strong sense of dignity, purpose, and the truth that constantly finds its way into his interpersonal relationships." The 5th season will focus on determining how Paige and Christopher fit into his life as a whole. Then there's Julia, who keeps her distance and waits in the wings. He has a significant number of girls who are watching him to see which course he will take next. We're also getting a better look at his life outside of romantic engagements. We don't have much information on him. It would be wonderful to see him converse with other characters he hasn't met yet. Following that, will Cameron be leaving? Cameron was ready to put Virgin River in his rearview mirror after his confrontation with Mel, but will Mel be able to convince him to stay at the clinic? Since actor Mark Ganymede was present for the table read for Zoom's 5th season premiere, we assumed he would be staying on for the rest of the show's run. Smith adds, "Well, you know he's in the first episode, I'll reveal that much. I won't go on any further." Sadly, you won't know until the 5th season airs. After that, would Denny and Lizzie's love story end tragically? In response to Lizzie's persistent pushing, Denny finally spoke up about the reason he wasn't interested in maintaining their relationship. He had Huntington's disease, a rare disorder that results in the degeneration and eventual loss of brain nerve cells. This news came as a complete shock to Lizzie. The actor remarked, "If you know my work in ABC Family's Chasing Life, you know how I'm going to handle that relationship," referring to Denny and Lizzie's storyline. "Where to find my work? Nothing could be more discouraging than the current state of affairs, but I refuse to dwell there. The residents of the towns and cities around Huntington would share the same sentiments. That puzzled me for a while, but I finally figured it out thanks to something I learned while watching Chasing Life. Use a narrative that may have ended tragically if you could figure out how to turn the situation around." Moving on, when Jack finds out that Charmaine has lied to him, how will he react? Charmaine's shocking revelation in the season finale that she lied to Jack about the twins and that they are not his completely ruined our growing affection for her character. "When I arrived to that climax," Smith says, "I was gasping for air. Where do we go? In other words, what should we do? What would this involve in detail?" Jack's attachment to the twins and their significance to him will be explored, as will the ways in which Charmaine put him to the test throughout their time together. Finally, what do we know about the cast in Virgin River Season 5? Virgin River features an outstanding ensemble cast that includes Alexandra Breckenridge, Mel, Martin Henderson, Jack, Colin Lawrence, Preacher, Lauren Hammersley, Charmaine, Tim Matheson, Doc, Annette O'Toole, Jenny Cooper, Lexa Doig, Ben Hollingsworth, Brady Gillies, Mark Gillies, Zibby Allen, Sarah Dugdale, and Nicola Cavendish, Connie. Well, that marks the end of our video for today. We hope you liked it. On your way out, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.